You know, I haven't done one of these in forever, if ever. I'm trying to think the last time I did a vertical live straight into YouTube. Oh, you know what? I think I did it on the Las Vegas Strip. Let's come test this out. I was gonna do it through StreamYard, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go live. Here's what the deal is. Will the oh yeah, that's what we doing. We are live. Okay, so I'm on a whole other level to start the year off. I mean, last year was crazy. Every year of my life for the past few years is getting better and better and better. I talk about this stuff from the health and fitness perspective. Mr. Zakebo, big salute. It's crazy, right? Because there's the thing where people want to win and associate with winners, but at the same time, there's kind of like the low key hate thing. And I say this because a lot of people that I know close to me be kind of hating. A lot of people are down bad in life right now and don't want to see people win. So something I've been kind of going through in my mind is I can't even really talk about how much things are working out in my favor because it's like I want to stay low key. I don't even want to attract hate. I see what happens when people kind of ball out and just level up their lives. People will just disappear. And I'm winning on a lot of levels, like from a health perspective, financial perspective, just everything happened in my life, my relationships, close relationships, family, everything is good. Like pretty much everybody in my life is good. The things I'm focusing on and the things I associate with is good, good, good. But at the same time, I want to leverage my skills in the things I do to help other people. My whole life for the last 10 years has been all about helping other people do, build their projects, get their stuff off the ground. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Vertical lifestyle. So just so we're clear, I'm just on this little trip. A little trip has turned into such a bigger trip because there's just so much inspiration, so many opportunities. I'm in Tulum, Mexico. It's interesting because Tulum is like its whole own thing. Like, Anthony Tucson, what's good? What's the biggest joy you had for 2025? You know what? I gotta say that. Like, let me say it this way: the last 10 years has been about me helping people build their business, doing videography work, motion graphic design, advertisement work, building people's projects. Y'all hit the like button. Hope do I got eye booger? I woke up and watched the sunrise with this view. So, building people's projects, videography work, marketing work, media work, that's great. I just hit 10 years. So, that was a big joy. My 10-year anniversary since I went fully freelance. If y'all don't hit the damn like button for me. So, I celebrated 10 years. AM1 Creates, doing this kind of work, which is great, right? Because I'm helping people. But at the same time, some of you guys know I'm so health and wellness, fitness minded that I've been gradually pivoting more into coaching people on health and fitness. And a guy that I've been working with this year for the last 3 months, I helped him lose close to 30 pounds. I helped him lose close to 30 pounds. Now, this is a guy I've known for years. We did 30 pounds in 3 months. We got 25 for sure, but we got him down to 92 from 220 to 92. That was the lowest he got within that 3 month period. But we closed out right at 195. But because our goal was the 3 month period. So a good 25, 30 pounds. And to help somebody do that is just so y'all see the view. Y'all rather see the view than see me. 9 people should equal 9 likes. Well, vertical stream. But I'm not an algorithm like that. But I mean, come in and like the stream if you're rocking with it. Who else is in here? Okay. Oh, B from Brock, what's good? If you're still in here, hit the like button. Just testing out the vertical stream and just kind of flexing and stunting on y'all. But really, it's not even that. I'm just like the mindset shift, helping people with the video work, but helping people get more fit and lose weight. That's the biggest joy. Helping my guy lose that 30 pounds. and just hearing his take on it, his energy on it. He's like, man, I haven't been this light since like high school. And I've known this guy for years. And he's just blown away. And I don't see him that often. So he's losing the weight. We're doing these check-ins because I use this app where, I'm sending him tips and I'm coaching him through this app. And then we'll do like every 2 weeks check-ins. But I'm seeing him on, like webcams. Because I'm mostly in Vegas, he's in California. But I didn't see him for a while, and then his face is slimming down. He's telling me about how other people are seeing his face is slimming down. He has to get he's kind of in this holding pattern between getting some new clothes because he lost 20, almost 30 pounds. So he has to get new clothes. All of his clothes are super baggy. Now he's like a hip hop head, he's a DJ and whatnot. So he's kind of wearing it like that. But it's like, nah, you got to get new clothes so your clothes don't look like extra big on you. But that was by far one of the biggest joys. And there were some other people I was able to help support and have them lose some weight, but that was just one of my biggest successes. But specifically that one, I mean, that right there, and celebrating my 10-year anniversary, AM1 Creates doing the visual media work. But I mean, even aside from that, just my own mindset as far as focusing on what really matters, the health and fitness thing just really makes it uh, just so clear, right? And just looking at where the world is going. I mean, we got the administration change. I mean, man, did 25 fly by. And tariffs and stock market and we just had the whole snap thing and whatnot. And people, felt the way about that. Just money issues, right? Life survival money issues. But then we got the relationship dynamic stuff. We got a whole industry of people making money off relationship content and drama. We have content creators making content about other content creators who are arguably manufacturing drama, and then everybody jumps on it, and it's cool, right? 'Cause you make money from content and whatnot, and I'm not hating on it, but it's just wild to see. But I say it to say it's distractions from so many things, and as I've gotten more into coaching people in health and fitness, whoa, seeing the way people mentally, psychologically find ways to lock in on the distractions away from doing things that they will openly tell you they need to do. It is absolutely amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And the thing is, coaching people on it and seeing people say, well, I know I need to do this. Here's what I want to do. And then find every reason to not do it. But then meanwhile, talk about how life sucks is just mind blowing. Um, but personally, it makes me have that much more gratitude about the things I'm doing. And it in a weird way, it's kind of like, damn, a lot of people want to change, but they don't want to actually do the things that it takes to make the changes happen. But at the same time, have more energy to focus on the things that aren't going well and are seemingly okay with standing on the rug that is being pulled and that will be pulled. So it's like it's like I know I need to change. So there's some level of introspection and accountability, but not doing the actual things. But meanwhile, putting more energy into it's like the thing of, if somebody wants to say, Trump is the president right now. I don't like what Trump is doing. I don't like what this administration is doing. I'm jumping up and down about this stuff at the border, ICE, whatever the hot new current thing to make people flip out. People more interested in that than, hey, you're overweight and you need to stop eating like this and you can't control that. I'm just using that as an example. I mean, which is a very real thing. Or dating relationship stuff. So I mean, obviously that just doesn't end. People lady friends of mine are like, oh, I heard some article that 50% of women in Western countries, whatever, will be single by 2030. Here we are at 26. So 4-year countdown. Male loneliness epidemic, female loneliness epidemic. TikTok content creators, men and women, but a lot of women, because there's YouTube content creators putting together collages showing women talking about how guys aren't approaching the dating scene is crazy. Now, worried about that kind of stuff you can't control because nobody can just make somebody else be in their life, right? But seeing people trip out about this stuff more so than, hey, what are you doing to change your life? because you can't force somebody else to be in your life. You can't control what Trump does. I mean, you think you have the power to vote or whatever, but I mean, if you understand how this stuff really works, Biden, Harris, Trump, whoever's next, you should have had to know that by now, if you're a grown adult with half a brain, you should know the whole thing is rigged and you don't really have a choice. It's an illusion of choice. So to get caught up in all of that is pretty crazy. So it's all about what can you do to be accountable for your situation. Nobody is coming to save you. You can't vote your way out of this situation. The only thing you can vote with is the choices you make on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of that is just literally starting with what you eat and how you move your body. So I'm here in Tulum, Mexico right now. And I'm meeting people and having these discussions. And I met a guy who's, really kind of like enlightened his whole position. He told me he left a career in real estate or some kind of finance, real estate, and moved out here. He moved out here 5 years ago. He said he came for 3 days 5 years ago and just never left. And just gave up on so much opportunity and stuff he could be doing. And I get why. Just met another guy. He said, I'm retired. And then he told me he's 48. I'm like, bruh, I'm 47. Got into some crypto and decided to move out here. And he bought one of these units in here, like a loft kind of thing in here. The thing I'm in it right now is just like a studio, but with this view, my goodness. And obviously, this phone image just does not do it justice at all. Wacky World of OTV, what's up, my guy? Big chilling out here in Tulum, Mexico. Uh, Left Vegas, super cold winter style. Come out here and it's just hot and humid. It's something I've thought about for years. If I could create a situation where I really like summer, I like warm. So if I can create a situation where it's basically like I only live where it's summer or summerish. And I'm kind of hitting that right now. Starting the year off in January in this. And then for the rest of the year, I'm in Vegas for the most part, between Vegas and the Bay Area. But I get to choose where I want to be at. But yeah, I met a guy who moved out here and he said, I'm living out here and he's into like plant medicine healing ceremonies, if you understand what that's all about. And it's definitely unlocked some levels of understanding in his mind, but he just talks about going with the flow of this. And it's something about this area. I mean, this is like a really enchanted, energetic kind of area. The whole Riviera Maya thing, you think about Mayans and Mayan temple, Mayan ruins, Chichen Itza, which I've been to before a couple of years back, further up north, Riviera Maya. But something about this area, Central America as a whole, because I've been in Costa Rica, Mexico. It's my second time here in Tulum. This area is just so beautiful. Something about just being surrounded by jungle, literally jungle for miles and miles. I mean, I'm in this, resort kind of place, and they put all these trees in here and set it up this way. But if I could show you guys, like outside, this thing is like this big circle, right? It's a big circle with these three structures in a circle. Outside of this, they got other developments and whatnot, but it's just jungle for miles and miles and miles. It's beautiful. And I spend more time in Las Vegas, so it's more desert, palm trees here and there, but desert. So to come out here to this, it's like you can almost like feel, it's like a force field of just the trees around you. If I go up on this roof, then you can see the water. The other day I watched the sunrise over the Caribbean sea. Is the just man, people say, it's an overused phrase, but the vibe of it is just absolutely insane. Yes, it's straight jungle. Yeah, rainforest type time for sure. In a way, man, the rain will come through. It's 80 something degrees, but then it'll come through and be raining. And it's like, yes, I was talking to the guy I met. His name is Momo, and he's from Africa and lived in the States, and then came out here and just posted up here. I sat and had a good 2 3 hour discussion with him over kind of breakfast, lunch, brunch, as I was transitioning from my last Airbnb to this place. It's the gap in between. And, I met him a couple of days before that and we chopped it up big time. And it was just very interesting. He's a very interesting guy. And it started raining and it's pouring down rain. And we're sitting outside and we're under this little umbrella, but it's pouring down rain, but it's like 80 degrees. And then it goes away and then the clouds move away. Then it gets sunny again. And then it just kept doing it over and over. Where it would rain and go away, rain and go away, and the sun would come back out. But it's like 80 degrees the whole time. I'm not really a fan of rain like that, but when it's 80 degrees and you're in the jungle and it's just legit tropical like that, it's a whole different vibe. Like I kind of welcome it. But it's hot. Like so when the clouds move away, you just hot, hot, hot in the jungle, but hella humid. It's crazy. It's nuts. It's like, I've been here before, so I knew what it was, but you step off the plane, pretty much once you get here, the concept of wearing a jacket is just insane. And again, I was just coming from Vegas. And if you understand Vegas, anybody who really knows Vegas in the winter, it gets cold, cold, cold. While I was here, I saw some kind of update thing talking about a freezing warning overnight or blah blah blah. It's gonna be in his 30s. Yeah, warm rain hits different for sure. Yeah, it's definitely rainforest kind of vibes. I'm definitely trying to be on that type time. Yeah, and that's the whole point. That's where I'm at with it right now. Starting the year off like this, like I knew I wanted to do this, and I've done it before, but the first time I came to Tulum was on a video gig because I'm a videographer. So guy flies me to Tulum flies me to Tulum to shoot some content for this like luxury backpack line that he was building. And that was super dope, obviously. But I was there for a few days and I was kind of like at the mercy of what he wanted to do. So I had to kind of just go where he wanted to go. But we're in a place like this. This is called Mystique Temple, but we're in this other Mystique condos, which is like, a half a mile up the road. This area is just surrounded by these different resorts and these different little developments and condo areas and uh it's hard to explain, but it's just amazing. Like, look at Tulum. Look at a YouTube video, not now, but later. Just look at condos in Tulum, villas in Tulum. That's what I was trying to think of. So many villas, so many condos, so many homes, but the way they design them is absolutely insane because it really has like this Mexican inspired, obviously, we're in Mexico, Mexican vibe, but it's really with this specific design concept that they're using, where they really want to use the fact that we're in the jungle. Like some guy up there working out on top of the building, getting a stretch on. I feel that. I'm about to go hit this gym for sure. Like that's part of my day for sure. Is like I'm clocking in, about to get some content because they have a really dope gym here. But this look at Mystique, Tulum. Look at Tulum condos, villas. It will just blow your mind. And being here and seeing this kind of stuff, meeting people that moved here, been living here for multiple years, people that expatriated here from other parts of the world, meeting people from other parts of the world. I met a guy who does real estate here. Met people that came from other countries and opened businesses here. It's just insane. Everybody is super big chilling. And again, I started the video off talking about how my life has just been so up the last few years, 25 up. Starting off 26 like this, extra up. And I feel kind of bad because like my mom or my older brother, they're like send clips and whatnot and photos. And at a certain point, I'm sending them back to back photos and clips because we just having such a ball out here. And at a certain point, I was like, I almost feel like I'm flexing and stunting too much. Like, am I overdoing it? Let me chill. I gotta chill. This is just back to back fun every day. And Sister George was good out here. Look at that. Just meeting people who have moved out here and who live like this every day. Meeting people that this is what they do. This is literally how they kick it. The discussions I've been having. And it's already so much in line with the trajectory and mentality that I've been having for years. But to be out here now and the way I set this up and what made this possible, just putting in work, doing the creative work, focusing on what matters. So doing the videography work. Shout out to Sister George because she knows I do the video, motion graphic, marketing, media work. But again, the bigger thing, helping people on the health and fitness tip is actually way more needed than, I could make videos for people, point a camera at somebody, build their stuff. Send me your logo. I'm gonna animate your stuff and build out something cool with that. That's great. And I love that because I'm about helping people build businesses and get more freedom, right? The motto for my business, AM1 Creates, is be free to create, create to be free. So it's that feedback loop of be free to create, create to be free for myself and for other people. But, doing the creative work or whatever your thing is, whatever your business is, hopefully it's, adding value to the world, right? So there's that. But I'm going to use my creative talents to help other people get their creativity out there. That's the feedback loop, generating that with the visual media work. But helping people get healthier, lose weight, feel better, be actually healthier, be more apt and suited to deal with the struggles of the world, that's far more important than helping people just with, making a video. Like it's a whole other thing. And again, I love doing that. But and it's so much more rewarding. And to hear someone be like, man, yeah, what you told me, I've been following the tip you was telling me, and yeah, the weight's coming off, and I'm just feeling much better from, literally just how I feel when I wake up every day, to energy levels, to confidence, the psychology of it. All of that plays a big part. So for myself, doing the creative work and focusing on health, it's what led to me being able to even just pay for this. I mean, it's whatever. And this trip wasn't even that expensive. But it's making it clear to me, hey, 26, 27 and beyond, it's time to be out here like this all the time. Or automatically, looking at rental properties. I sent a few emails off and I'm like, show me some listings. I'm just, thinking bigger. I've lived in Mexico before renting though, but I'm like, buy one of these properties. And not even just, semi-investment property, but I want to live here. At least come out here and do 3 6 months out of the year. Just what it's doing from a mindset perspective. Oh my goodness. This is Tulum, Mexico. Mystique, Tulum, Mexico. The way they set this thing up, this big circular structure with all these condos. And then it has all the, you know what? Can you give me those other shoes? I got to take them out on the balcony. I'm going to take y'all out on the balcony and show y'all what time it is. I'm going to show y'all what time it is. Wacky says, enjoying your life and showing a piece of it isn't flexing. But if people are dumb enough to assume this, then flexing stunts some more. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, because I'm the type that's like, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. And I've already said that because I'm not a hater. I'll give people the sauce. Like, literally, my job is to make other people's brands look fresh. So I'm all about giving people the sauce for sure. Because I'm not in competition with people. So when I see people doing it big, I'm like, cool, how you do that there? I'm do more of that. So I'm more inspired. Everything is about inspiration for me. But I get it. Some people are so down bad and so far behind that when they see other people winning, they see that as a threat to them. And it's like, nah, fam, there's enough for everybody. There is definitely more than enough for everybody. We have to live from a space and energy of abundance. People talk about woo-woo shit, space and energy of abundance. Yes, it's that for sure. Let me quiet down because there's probably people still sleeping and whatnot. Because as y'all see, I'm getting too hyped, but let me see if I can do this. Let me see. I haven't done this vertical thing in a minute, but damn, so it turns that camera off. I'm on vertical, but I want to flip the camera. Can I flip the camera while on vertical just like this? If I hit this gear down here, what will happen? I haven't used, oh, duh, flip. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. You said grounding machine. I'm not sure if you mean grounding like grounding, but man, when I walked out on the beach in tropical Tulum, the first day I did it, feet hitting the sand, letting that water, you know, wash over is serious. Look at this, the way they designed this. So I'm in this thing. it has like this ring of just like jungle. So this, what you guys see here, outside of this is just that for miles and miles and miles. So let me zoom. Yeah, it's that for miles and miles and miles. And then over in that direction, we get to the ocean. Obviously, this camera can't do it justice, but so I mean, to a certain degree, it's like, yeah, flex. Because, if it's some, famous rapper or something, people want to see the flexing and whatnot. But, when you're just a regular guy and then you show kind of yourself winning, then people kind of want to hate that because you're not famous. You're just some regular guy. If somebody's, at your same level, it's easy to try to just, you know, crab barrel pull that person down. But when it's somebody who's already big and famous, then you're okay with seeing them win because you're used to that, and they're just on another level, even though technically it's just another person. But I just say that to say, I try to chill with kind of how my life is on every level. So many things are falling in line in a nice way that I really don't even try to speak about it or show it. But at the same time, I kind of need to more. So I was like, you know what? Let me show y'all just a little bit of this. Plus, just do a vertical live for the sake of the algorithm. But I mean, this is just scratching the surface. But I got so much footage, so much videos just from this trip alone. But I mean, this is great. But the way my whole life is moving, just in general, is just absolutely insane. And the thing is, it's simple because the things I'm doing ain't even no big deal. I mean, I work for myself. That's cool. But it is based on something that's a skill set to where if you learn a unique skill and you're able to sell it and market it, you can create more freedom for yourself. Be free to create to be free. Create more freedom for yourself. Create more where you buy your time back, where you're not on somebody else's time. I learned over 10 years ago, like I'm definitely not built for working for other people. Now, I do technically work for other people, but I make my own schedule. So I'm not even fully 100% as free as I would like to be. As I was talking to the guy I met, Momo, was like an actual, like, shaman style medicine man and takes people out in the jungle and they do these plant medicine retreats. So just the whole energy thing. If you talk to this guy, you'll be blown away. Come to, you want to go to Tulum? I'll link you with Momo and he'll plug you in because he instantly started plugging me in and get me networked in. Um, just insane. But all of this, again, created by the idea of, or made possible by the idea of creating opportunities for other people, create opportunities for yourself, focus on what really matters. It has to start with your own focus on yourself, not from a selfish position, but more from a, it's got to be the health and fitness. It has to start there. Or if you're saying, where do I start? What do I do? What are you eating? Are you working out? It has to be that. It has to be that. Are you adding value? Are you creating something that adds value? It solves so many issues. Again, just repeating kind of what I was saying before. And again, I find myself thinking about this stuff because it's like, it's so simple. I would just be talking about, and then some of you guys know, talking about the same stuff over and over for years and years. Self-improvement, just these kind of things, right? Skills and resources. I've been saying the same stuff for years. As guys wanted to make, certain discussions be all about relationship drama. I'm like, fam, for the guys, nobody, for men and women, nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. Nothing is guaranteed. So don't let that be the issue. And if your main focus is about, attracting the opposite sex, well, how much energy are you putting into making yourself more attractive? Making yourself, it's not even about just making yourself more attractive. It's about the value you add to your life and other people's lives. There's just no way around that. But some people don't want to do that thing. They want everything to just happen without doing any kind of work. And when you set it up right from a mindset standpoint, it's not even work. Like the idea of working out. Like I'm excited to go hit this gym. This thing has a gym attached to it. I got really dope equipment. Like I'm carving out half of this day just to go get a workout in and get some workout content from this. So I can post it on the website. Like new content is coming on the website. Building these course modules. Oh my God. Like the whole fitness, nutrition, diet, lifestyle element, that and offering value with some type of a product or service that you provide and being able to set that up, you want to do that anyway because you want to create more independence. Because think about it, they talk about AI, they talk about automation, all these different things. Say what you want about that, but you trust me, one way or another, you want to get ahead of the game on creating as much freedom for yourself as possible as soon as possible. You do not want to be standing on a rug that gets pulled from under you based on any kind of industry, any kind of automation or AI or whatever. And I think about it myself, like, what am I doing? Like from a videographer standpoint, a lot of the stuff I do, it'll be very hard for AI to, dethrone it or overtake it or whatever. But I don't take that for granted that it's not possible. I mean, some of the stuff that's happening right now, like if you want to think, motion graphics, a lot of the AI stuff is creeping up. So I don't even want to take that for granted. So it's like, how do you create a position where whatever you offer can't just be oversaturated by a market of other people doing it, and then at this point, people doing it at the click of a button with AI? It has to be that. So you got to be focusing on something like that for sure. AB Media was good. Who else we got? Phila Gain B in the building. Check out the view, man. I woke up to this, and it's made possible by creativity, helping people get their ideas out, helping other people get more free, helping other people get more healthy. This is like my life trajectory. Like, man, more. How do I do more of that? Like, how do I help more people get their business popping? How do I help more people get more healthy? Like anybody in this live right now, or anybody watches this later, leave a comment in the live or later. Where are you at as far as your health and fitness? Hello from Germany. Oh, I love it. I love it. Hit the like and subscribe. I got way more health and fitness content coming up. That just has to be the trajectory, offering some real value for sure. It just has to be that. And I'm meeting people out here that have, separated. Like the guy I was just talking to who owns one of these condos in here. He was like, yeah, he's from Britain, and then he said he grew up in Dubai, interestingly enough. But a British dude, white dude. And he was just like, yeah, I don't like how it is in some of these like westernized kind of places. And he just expatted, expatriated. And he was like, I'm coming to Mexico. And he told me like the process. He told me some steps. He dropped a lot of gems just in a short time that I was talking to him. And this is on the roof. He's chilling on the roof. Me and my lady is up on the roof, chilling, just checking it out. And we meet this guy. Shout out to John. His name is John. This is John. His name is actually John, but it ain't like I'm putting his business out. But I'm sure he would tell you. Matter of fact, if I run into him again, I'm gonna try to get a little interview with him. And then the other guy I met, Momo, just put me up on so much game on the idea of like, I'm already of this like freedom mindset, like be free to create to be free. People on here that just say, you know what, I'm cutting the cord, I'm just leaving. Shout out to my guy, Ta. I got a guy named Ta Witty. Check him out. He and his lady are about to move to Spain. So he says. I got to tap in with him about that. But he's been in Austin, and they do like really dope personal development work. Uh, and, they've been doing retreats and whatnot. But they said they're going to shut down their business and just move to Spain. And in a post, he said, people were asking him why they're going to move to Spain. And he said something like, we're not even sure yet. So there's this energy right now where people are just detaching from the drama, the foolishness with the government and the shady governance and all that, just totally getting rid of it. Um, Let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, sure. Dex Sinister was good. AB Media says AI is very helpful. Let me just finish my thought on this. People disconnecting, just going to different countries, just getting away from certain things. I feel that so much because just the way my mentality is, I can't stay any place where people, the money economic situation is just getting crazy. And what's going on with the governments, the corporate hybrid situation. And I'm not one of the people that's like anti-capitalist or whatever. I'm for free market trade, if you want to call that capitalism. Or people say capitalism, and I know that capitalism can get out of control. But free market trade. I have a skill, I have a service, good or service. Sure, let me trade that, barter that, whatever. Let's create value. Let's share value. I'm all for that. I want ownership of my stuff. Cool. then I share it as I please with whoever I please. That right there, I'm down for that. But as things are getting more boxed in and just getting more ridiculous, I want to get away from it. It's just too much friction. And it's dope to see other people doing it, and it's dope to travel and meet people in places who've already done some of the stuff I've been wanting to do for decades, and even more so in the last few years. But I'm here right now, and it's just making it all obvious of, setting myself up for more success, doing the things I've been doing, staying focused. You know what I mean? And it's like happening in real time how, the steps that I'm taking, the moves I'm making are shaping up and forming. I can look back and say it's because I do these things, and almost more importantly, it's because I don't do these other things, right? I'm not caught up in all this drama. Everything's not race, everything's not some whatever, everything's not whatever. Money and, sustainability is a thing, but nobody's going to give you anything. Nobody is, you know, owed anything relationship standpoint. I don't have any drama with that. The lady in my life gets it, is down with the program, uh, is on my team, all that good stuff, all the stuff people are, short circuiting their brains about. I don't have those problems. I simply refuse to have those problems. And I attracted somebody into my life who gets it to the point where I just don't have those problems. I just don't. All right. AB Media said AI is very helpful when it comes to programming, but vibe coding, letting AI do all the work, is a joke. Okay. Now that's an interesting point, right? Because we got people making AI music now, vibe coding as far as, programming and whatnot, apps. We have people using AI in the space of even videography, right? Like my area. And I'm an old school kind of guy. I'm a hip hop guy. It's like you got to write your own bars. You can't be a biter. You can't let something else do it for you, or it's not really creative, right? It's not really your bars. It's not really your lines. It has to be your shit, right? I'm come from that era. But it's like we're so far removed from people caring about originality or whatever matters. So AB Media, you're saying that because is the vibe coding really a joke letting AI do it for you? Or does it get the same result of somebody sitting there doing the programming work themselves, doing the coding themselves? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm, just more or less heard about the whole vibe coding thing. As for somebody who's not a programmer who does coding like that, those languages, coding languages, Python or whatever, which I want to learn. But when I first started looking at it, I was like, oh God, I know I could learn it, but geez, the learning curve. I got other stuff. But AB Media, if you're still in here, is it really a joke in the sense that it's not as good? Or is it a joke because if you're a purist and you're somebody who does it by hand, is it like a slap in the face to everybody who's learned that and put money into learning that skill, and then all of a sudden we got AI that can just do it for you? What exactly makes it a joke? I'm genuinely curious about why you say it that way. Deck Sinister, if you're still in here, what's the question you want to ask? And then Luke had 214, love America for the best country. And that's the thing. Maybe it is the best country, but when we talk about countries, what we're really talking about is people who live in a particular area who have come under some type of form of governance where it's other people who are seen as a authoritative government, and typically there's a structure where they tax you and say you have to do these things where like your time and your labor gets taxed, and then the taxation is administrated by the people who govern you, who ultimately rule you. So it's like saying these rulers of this state are more important than the people who populate and give the tax money. It's supposed to be representation, and these people are, doing what's in your best interest. But as we see, it keeps not working out that way. So I get it to say, America's the best country. You're from Germany, and I get it. But the U.S. thing, it gives the illusion of allowing for more freedoms, and it does allow you to do certain economic things. If you understand, taxes and certain loopholes and trusts and all that, it can be extremely beneficial. And I understand there's other countries that don't allow you to have certain freedoms, so-called freedom of speech and, Second Amendment rights, rights to bear arms, and all that. But ultimately, when you say, a country, a state, then there's the idea of stateism, like being a statist, where you actually believe that some state has authority over you, because when it's all said and done, it's just other people. So then when you really wrap your mind around it, it's basically saying these other people are better than me, so they should administrate for me. And that creates a very slippery slope, because then if you get really shady, nefarious people to get into these positions of power, and then you let that rock for generations and generations, everybody just thinks it should work this way and it has to work this way, and we all just get taxed forever. Nothing is certain but death and taxes. It's like, wait, what? That phrase? It's not cool. But to take it back down to another level, I mean, yeah, from running it up on a money perspective, the US set you up for success. But if you understand like trust and how to, handle international banking and all that, which is exactly why I'm looking to expand myself and my efforts to different areas. Now, this is Mexico. I've lived in Mexico before, but this is just a whole other ballgame. Yucatan, Riviera Maya, investment opportunities, and just again the vibe, the energy out here. Anybody new coming in, hit the like, hit the subscribe. More content on the way. Just want to do one of these vertical lives. All right, back in the chat. AB Media says it's a joke if you think you can do it. He's referring to vibe coding, so coding, programming languages. He said it's a joke. I asked him why it's a joke. He said it's a joke if you think you can do it without understanding the context of what you're programming. Vibe coding by itself isn't good enough to create real software that is maintainable. Okay, that's a very interesting point, because yeah, if you use vibe coding, have AI build out your app, your product, well, what happens if something goes wrong, if you need to expand it and you don't really have the knowledge base to make certain upgrades and to integrate it with other things, make it do APIs, make it do certain things. I don't know. I mean, I just literally just earlier today, I asked right before I was going to do this stream, I wanted to hook up one of my other cameras to this phone I'm on, this DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I asked ChatGPT, can I hook up the Osmo Pocket 3 to this phone, this Samsung Galaxy? And it said natively, no, it can't. So then I just thought, well, can you help me vibe code or write an app that will let me bypass that? And it goes into this thinking thing, and it shows you it's thinking, and it starts getting all this stuff, and it starts going into GitHub, and then it starts pulling certain things out, and it's like, all right, here's a framework of how you would start to build such an app. And I was like, wow, I never asked it about vibe coding. So I don't know. I mean, to ask AI, which is a large language model that understands these different programming languages and has sort of this, learning model to it. I don't know, AB, what do you think though? Because as other people can build out apps, and of all the apps that do exist, is it possible that these AI LLMs, I guess what I'm saying is, why can't the LLMs learn at the very least from existing apps enough to be able to maintain the apps, or at least the person using it doing the vibe coding, like someone like myself who doesn't know anything about programming like that, like building an app from scratch, like really knowing how to do it? Why can't I use vibe coding, build an app, and then just use the same vibe coding style process to add more additional features to the app? Couldn't I do that? And again, I come from the idea that I would want to know it and really know the hard way to do it. I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate. Like, why wouldn't it be maintainable or sustainable? Maybe that's a better word. Shout out to everybody, check me out. I'm just having this discussion with AB because, yeah, just talking about, what's happening with AI and all that. And I agree, like, it's a slippery slope. There are a lot of cool things you can do with AI, and it's making me think even more, just how do I create more freedom and not be pinned down by AI or the fact that AI could overtake a lot of industry. I need to set myself up in a position where I can do something that AI can't possibly do, right? AB Media says, sometimes AI does come up with good answers when it comes to programming. I use it all the time, but if you don't understand how it works, vibe coding won't help you. Okay, and I'm pretty sure the conversation gets way deeper than our ability to have back and forth in a chat like this, so I appreciate your responses. I know it goes deeper than that. But That's interesting. I want to know more about it. I mean, like, yeah, I'm kind of more the purist type, right? Like, I was actually not wanting to use AI for a while. But some of my colleagues on the video side of things and marketing side of things were like, man, you got to get on it. You got to get on it. So when I started messing with it more, I quickly realized it is, I hate to say it, but it is very helpful and can exponentially help you grow your business, shape out certain ideas. It's like scary good. It is scary good. But again, I am a purist in the sense that, if I was a programmer, I probably would feel some kind of way about people doing this vibe coding thing. And yeah, I think, because AB, so what do you think about that? If people are using vibe coding and the average person is coming up with apps, or average people are coming up with apps using vibe coding, does that create a situation where it's like a market saturation? There's less need for programmers who went to school for it. Again, because I'm talking about this thing where the industries oversaturate or become thinned out because of accessibility to the technology, even if it is something like vibe coding, right? I even think about that from the idea of like, personal trainer, fitness coach. There's a lot that somebody could learn about how to get healthy just from ChatGPT, the free version. I give y'all the secret though. The real secret to the whole thing with coaching people is the fact that you need somebody. And I think, and I could be wrong, but I think it matters that it's a real person. Because when you really get into the psychology of coaching people, I know ChatGPT can talk to you and they can try to make it sound like a real person, but I don't think they're ever going to be able to really have the nuance of how a real person works. And there's the whole idea of just moving forward, people who are going to want to interact with, be coached by real people for sure. So I'm betting on that. Because if we go too far to where from therapists to coaches to trainers, if it can all just be AI, we're gonna have, I guess, just far bigger problems. I mean, they're already talking about having AI built into toys and having, the next generation of children. Think about a child born this year. In 2030, if the toys they were given all had AI and they're talking to the toys, right? Like it's their friend. Think about what that would mean for the future 25 years from now. It's like inconceivable what that would even mean or what that would be like. But I heard something recently where there's kind of like people are already coming to this thing of rejecting AI. So it's an interesting kind of thing. And then there's some other articles I was looking at where they were saying people have overhyped the capability of AI and maybe it's like kind of reached its peak as far as at least use cases for the average person. So I think that's a good sign. I actually don't want AI to just go too crazy and be integrated into people's lives too much. Some people are saying that they don't want AI in all of their devices. They don't want to be force fed AI. All of a sudden, every browser or email provider has some kind of weird AI thing built into it where it scans your emails or blah blah blah, and you got to opt out of it. It's like, nah, fam, hold on. And then, anybody who understands that from a surveillance perspective, they want, total information awareness. They want to know what everybody's thinking. They want to feed these AI machines and ultimately be able to track and predict, what humanity is thinking and all of that. So AI is setting that up, right? Makes that possible. A lot of people are starting to push back from that. And maybe they're not even aware of the depth. Tie in AI and you directly give the info to your phone by way of literally doing what I'm doing now. All of this stuff obviously is going to be transcribed, recorded, transcribed, fed into some kind of AI that could then profile me based on certain things I'm saying. It has an idea of how I think. And then you put that together with any kind of sales tracking cookies. It knows what I buy. It knows what I eat. It knows what I like, what kind of clothes I buy, what I won't buy. It knows my thought on fashion in certain, hyper fake corporate nonsense. It knows what I think about the idea of statism versus some type of governance. It knows what I think about, nature and the importance of that versus just being in some kind of, fake concrete jungle, artificial situation versus some real actual jungle like this. even though, we're in some man-made structures, but they at least bother to make it look like the jungle around it. For people who don't understand the context of why I'm on this balcony shirtless, yes, this is where I'm at. So this is Tulum, Mexico. For anybody who didn't hear what I said earlier, yeah, guy up on the roof over there taking it in. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot, and I still got a few more days here. Might go to Playa del Carmen. So if anybody knows Yucatan Peninsula, Riviera Maya area is absolutely gorgeous. Cyrus Rivas, my guy, what's good? Didn't even know you were live. Yeah, I mean, super random. Decided to do a vertical live. Was gonna go on StreamYard. It was like, let me get in this vertical algorithm one time, and just really flex and stunt, psych. Just really show people, what it is out here. I'm just on such a vibe, such an energy right now. Being out here, I was telling people about how last year 25 was so dope for me, and it started off 26 like this, and really just kind of checking in with the gratitude on so many things going cool in my life. And it's a hard game, right? That's why I post a lot less. That's why I'm online a lot less, because I'm in the real world having a blast. Yeah, that's a beautiful sight. Man, I literally woke up and watched the sunrise through this view with this right here. I watched the sunrise with this. I watched the sunrise literally at the beach, Caribbean sunrise, tropical Tulum, feet in the sand on the beach. Yes. And I'm talking about this because, just doing the creative work that I do, celebrated 10 years, AM1 Creates. It's interesting. I noticed when I go to this view, which I think is way more interesting, the numbers drop off. When I go back to me, the numbers go up. If I'm y'all, I'd rather see that than see me. But I'm trying to set the framing up to where I'm in it and we get the best of both worlds. I think that's way more interesting than looking at my stupid face. But the point of why I'm even live right now is because my energy is crazy. I'm about to go to the gym, about to hit some more of this coffee. But man, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna set it up where I can be here whenever I want, as long as I want. And even right now on this trip, I'm debating. Me and the little lady in there, we're like, we're gonna stay longer on this trip, or we're gonna extend this, or we're gonna go to Mexico City. I'm got all kind of thoughts like, you know what? I might just swap the flight back to Vegas and just be like, you know what, we can go to Mexico City, or maybe go to Panama. I was just talking to one of my cousins. She spent, I don't know, 3 6 months in Oahu, Hawaii. It then talked about she just went back to Panama. Now her and her parents, long time, my cousin, her and her parents all moved to Panama from Oakland. And I'm like, damn, I've been to Panama just on a stop going to, where was I going? I was going somewhere. Oh, Dominican Republic. But I want to go to Panama and really kick it, right? And Costa Rica. Been to Costa Rica. Want to go back to Costa Rica. So just looking at these things, this whole Central America vibe is just beautiful to me. It calls me for some reason. Uh, just really thinking about hitting the reset and not even going back to Vegas, right? But just the whole freedom thing, that's really what it's all about. Like focusing on what matters so you can be more free and just avoid being pinned down. Like I was saying, Cyrus, you just came in here. People have been meeting out here, people who have expatriated, come from the US, come from other countries, other parts of the world, came here and was like, yeah, I'm chilling here years, years, multiple years, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Bought property here, got the long-term visas and all that, whatever. Trying to get actual citizenship. Just beautiful stories, man, to where it's inspirational. So in my mind, I'm already like going crazy inspired going into this year. Start the year like this. I'm meeting people out here that's ahead of kind of the game on what I want to do. Inspiration through the roof on so many levels. And then I think about it from the gratitude perspective, like, man, I'm so glad I'm able to live like this and make moves like this. But at the same time, it's not an accident. It is specifically based on things that I actively put energy into, things that I do, and like I say, almost more importantly, certain things I don't do. Because the truth of the matter is, most of the stuff out here that people are, getting tripped up on, that's, making their lives shitty or less than, you know, pleasurable or what they would want. Most of the things are things people are just opting into and they could just stop doing. Just like, man, just stop. Some of the stuff, stop doing it. Stop worrying about the political drama. Stop worrying about, unless it's directly at your front doorstep, affecting your day to day life, affecting your ability to basically get money, thrive, and go see the world and go get more freedom. If it's not that, don't worry about that. And full circle back to the health and fitness thing. Start there. I'm trying to make it. Yeah, see, when it does the exposure, I want it to be that exposure. Yeah. 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 Tulum, Mexico, brought to you by Pure Creativity, the universe, the Most High. And for me, brought to me by putting in that work and focusing on what matters and not getting caught up in the drama. Just really getting out here, offering value, skills, and resources. Be free to create to be free. That's what it is. I'm gonna shut it down like that. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I think I might come back and do some more live streams within the time that I'm here. Might go pull up on Playa del Carmen tomorrow, so I might do a stream from there. But a whole lot of footage coming on this channel and my other channel, AM1 Lifestyle. So definitely make sure y'all tap in with that. I appreciate y'all rocking with me though. Let me go out like this.